Students, in this class we are going to see drugs used in the treatment of congestive heart failure. It can be called as CHF or heart failure or congestive cardiac failure or CCF, decompensatio cordis DZ, etc. What it is a condition in which the heart is unable to provide adequate blood supply to meet the body's oxygen demand and also unable to receive it back. That is called as congestive heart failure. What are the symptoms? Shortness of breath, excessive tiredness, and a leg swelling. We'll see the drugs used for the treatment of congestive heart failure. Mainly cardiac glycosides are coming under this. We'll see that. Cardiac glycosides are the main drugs that are used for the treatment of congestive heart failure. They are otherwise called as steroidal glycosides. This cardiac glycosides, that would be again classified into two types. One is called cardenolide and another one is called bufadienolide. This cardenolides are C23 steroids. So they are the steroids that is having 23 carbons, whereas bufadienolides, they are also steroids but they are having 24 carbons. We can divide the word cardenolide into cardiac, butanolide. So cardiac, we have known that is used in the treatment of cardiac diseases, and butan means butyl, we have known, no, that is having 4 carbons. So butan means 4 carbons with 1 double bond. Olide is indicating lactone ring. So what are cardenolides? They are used in the treatment of heart diseases or cardiac problems, and they are having 4 carbons with 1 double bond, and they are having a lactone ring. Now come to bufadienolide. That is from the word bufa plus the dien plus olide. Bufa means that is from the toad genus Bufo, and dien, IEN, that is we have known it is having 2 double bonds. But here this one is having only 1 double bond, but here this is 2 double bonds. Olide we have known that is lactone ring. Okay, so what are cardenolides? They are the lactones with 4 carbons in the heterocyclic ring structure. They are the oxidized derivatives of furan. What is the simplest one? That is called as 2-furanone. This would be the cardenolide. So 5-membered heterocyclic ring having oxygen inside with 1 double bond, that is having 4 carbons with 1 ketone. So that is a lactone ring. So it is a 5-membered lactone. That is a cardenolide. Now come to this one. This part would be attached with the steroid nucleus. Okay. At 17th position, this part, no, this would be attached with that. That's why we are indicating this line. Now, what are bufadienolides? They are the lactones with 5 carbons in the heterocyclic ring structure. So, totally it is a 6-membered lactone one. So, 5 carbons with oxygen. So, 6 1. So, this is a 6-membered lactone. Cardenolide means that is a 5-membered lactone with 1 double bond. Bufadienolide means 6-membered lactone with 2 double bonds. So this that would be attached with the 17th position of a steroid. I'll tell you later what is a steroid. So now only we have seen it is classified into two types. One is called as cardenolide, another one is called bufadienolide. These are unsaturated 5-membered lactones at C17. So steroid is having a steroid nucleus is having 17th position. No, in that position this cardenolide would be attached. Whereas here this is a unsaturated 6-membered lactone at C17 of a steroid. So it has unsaturated butyrolactone. This is alpha pyrone or pyranone. This is butyrolactone. This is alpha pyrone or pyranone ring. Examples are digitalis glycosides. Examples the digoxin, digitoxin, etc. From strophanthus, strophanthine, quabain. From Tevitia, tevetin. Okay, so these are all coming under cardenolides. For bufadienolides, examples European squill, Scilarian A and B, and Argenia, that is Indian squill. So these are the examples for cardiac glycosides. See what is a steroid. Steroid means that is having the basic nucleus, this one. So look at this structure. Totally it is having 4 rings. 4 rings are fused to form the basic one. So this is the first one, no? It can be designated as A, B, C and D. The first 3 rings are 6-membered rings, whereas the last one, no, that is a 5-membered one. Look at this one. This is called as a phenanthrene. Fusion of 3 benzene rings, that can be called as a phenanthrene. So look at this. For phenanthrene, it is having bond inside. But come to this 3 rings, they are not having any bonds inside. So what they are? They are saturated. How the saturation would be? Completely saturated phenanthrene or fully saturated phenanthrene. For that, we are using the prefix called as perhydro. So what it is? Only the first 3 rings know. This can be called as perhydrophenanthrene, that is fully saturated phenanthrene or completely saturated phenanthrene. But what is the last one, D? That one, no, cyclopentane. So totally it is getting the name cyclopentano perhydrophenanthrene. So that is the basic nucleus of a steroid. Now we'll see the numbering. It starts from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So totally it is having 17 carbons. It is a 17 carbon one. In the case of cardinolide and bufadienolide, we have seen, no, that would be attached with the 17th carbon of steroid. So in this position, that would be attached. That lactone rings are attached. If that is having 5-membered lactone, that can be called as cardinolide. If it is having 6-membered lactone, that can be called as bufadienolide. And that is the first point. We'll see the second one. It has 2 angular methyl groups. That can be called as C18 and C19. C18 is attached to C13 and C19 is attached to C10. So we have known that up to 17 we have known. Here this angular line, no, that can be called as methyl. That can be called angular methyl. So this is 18 and this is 19. Where 18 is attached? 18 is attached to 13 and 19 is attached to 10. And it has oxygen containing functional group at C3. So this would be the third position. In third position, it is having oxygen containing functional group. What are the examples for oxygen containing functional groups? Maybe carboxylic acid, ester, ether, hydroxy group, ketone, aldehyde, etc., amide, etc. So, in third position, it has oxygen containing functional group, any one. It may or may not have a side chain in C17. If it is a steroid, at 17th position, it can have side chain or it is not having side chain. So, may or may not have a side chain in C17. On dehydrogenation by using selenium, it gives diels hydrocarbon. So this would be the structure of diels hydrocarbon. So what are the 5 points under a steroid? All are having the basic nucleus cyclopentano perhydrophenanthrene. It is having 2 angular methyl groups. They are 18 and 19. 18 is attached to 13 and 19 is attached to 10. And it has oxygen containing functional group in C3. And at 17, it may or may not have side chain. On dehydrogenation by using selenium, it gives diels hydrocarbon. Besides, we have seen 2 types. What are the 2 types? At 17, it has 2 lactones. What are the 2 lactones? One is called as a cardinolide, another one is a bufadienolide. And in steroid, we said, no, in third carbon, it is having oxygen containing functional group. So in that, if it is a cardiac glycoside, in that sugar would be attached. And how the sugars are connected to the third carbon? By means of glycosidic linkage, that is otherwise called as ether linkage, because between the sugar molecule and the other part, no, between that only oxygen would be there. So that can be called as a glycosidic linkage or ether linkage. So the sugar part is called as glycone, and other than sugar, no, that nucleus, steroid nucleus with the lactones, that is cardinolide or bufadienolide. The combination of these two, no, that can be called as aglycone. So what are all present in cardiac glycoside? That is having a sugar molecule and a non-sugar molecule. Sugar molecule can be called as a glycone, non-sugar molecule can be called as a aglycone. So how these two are connected? They are connected by means of glycosidic linkage or ether linkage. How it can be mentioned? By means of simply oxygen, because for ether we have no oxygen, so that oxygen. Okay. So what is the glycoside? Glycoside means that is having two parts. One is the glycone part, that is a sugar, aglycone part, non-sugar, and that two are connected by means of glycosidic linkage or ether linkage. So what are cardiac glycosides? These are the glycosides used in the treatment of congestive heart failure. We'll see the examples for sugars. They are D-glucose, D-digitoxose, D-cymarose, D-sarmentose, D-digitallose, L-rhamnose, L-tavitose, L-oleandrose. So these DL, capital DL, no, they are indicating configuration, not sign of rotation. We'll see the first drug under cardiac glycoside, that is called as digoxin. Look at the name, digoxin. Okay, so we have known the structure of that steroid nucleus, that is called cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene. 4 rings, first 3 or 6 membered rings, and the last one is a 5 membered ring. And in 17th, this would be 17th position. In 17th position, it is having cardinolide, that is a 5 membered lactone with one double bond. So its 17th position, it is having cardinolide, 5 membered lactone. Now come to the third position. In third position, it is having glycosidic linkage. That linkage is connected with the sugar. What is the name of the sugar? That is called as tridigitoxose. If it is little bit tough to write this structure, means instead of this you can write tridigitoxose or digitoxose 3 times. That is 3 molecules of digitoxose. How it is? Look at this. First, it is having one 6-membered heterocyclic ring, that is a sugar, digitoxose sugar, that is within the structure it is having oxygen. First position actually, that is having OH. So that OH, that would be connected here. Okay, that OH, where it is having oxygens, first, third, fourth, 3 positions it is having hydroxy groups. So OH, 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 and this would be 5th position. In the 5th position, what is attached? 6th. So 6th position is methyl. So that is called as digitoxose. Here 4th position is connected with the first position. Already the first position of the first digitoxose is connected with the C3 by means of glycosidic linkage, and the 4th one is connected to the first position of one more digitoxose. Then this 4th, no, that would be connected with the first position of one more digitoxose. That's all. Or in simple you can write it is tridigitoxose. So what is the sugar present here? That can be tridigitoxose or 3 molecules of digitoxose. What is the glycone, aglycone present here? This is digoxin, no? Digoxygenin. Genin means without sugar. So digoxin without sugar, that can be called as digoxygenin. And other than that, it is having 2 hydroxy groups in 12th and 14th. That is for digoxin. It is having 2 angular methyl groups and it is a cardinolide. So that is the structure of digoxin. Very important one. Second drug is called digitoxin. First one we have seen digoxin. Second one is digitoxin. More or less similar structure. Sugar would be the same tridigitoxose. But what about non-sugar, that is aglycone? It is having cardinolide, but it is having only one hydroxy group in 14th position. For digoxin, that is having 2 hydroxy groups, one at 12th, another at 14th. But here it is having only 14th hydroxy group. So what is the glycone? Tridigitoxose or 3 molecules of digitoxose. What is the glycone? This is digitoxin. So digitoxygenin. Digitoxin without sugar. Genin means without sugar. So digitoxygenin. It is also a cardinolide. Other points we'll see in next class.